Good afternoon, one and all. I am Sujata Dawri, working as Assistant Professor in SGM College, Karad. Today, let me see some terms in exponential distribution. So, first of all, we will see what is moments of exponential distribution. You know that in moments there are two types of moments, raw moments and central moments. And raw moments are again divided into two parts, that is raw moments about origin and raw moments about any point A. So over here we see what is raw moments about origin. Origin, that is, it is nothing but 0. So it is denoted as mu r dash. So exponential distribution, and in exponential distribution we will see moments. In moments we will see raw moments. So raw moments are denoted by mu r dash, and mu r dash by definition it is, since we will see raw moments about origin, we will have expectation of x raised to r, which is equal to integration over x raised to r fx dx. So by definition, that is, we can put over here the range of x and fx, so that we get this as theta 0 to infinity x raised to r e raised to minus theta x dx. Since over here our fx of exponential distribution, in the previous lecture we see this, so fx is theta e raised to minus theta x for the range of x 0 to infinity. This is my fx, which I replaced over here. Since theta is constant, theta is come out from the integration sign, and in integration we have the terms as x raised to r, and in fx the only term with x is e raised to minus theta x, hence it is come in this region, and the range of this distribution is, since the range of x is 0 to infinity, we have replaced this range as 0 to infinity. Okay. Now we know that we can solve this integral by using one rule, and that rule is 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. This is equal to gamma n divided by a raised to n. So after comparing these two integrals, we get the value of a and n. So after comparing e raised to power minus x, we get the coefficient as a. Over here e raised to minus x has coefficient theta, hence the value of a is theta. And for n, we can compare the raised to power of x. Over here raised to power of x is n minus 1, and in our integral it is r. Hence the value of n is r plus 1. Okay. Now we get the value of raw moment, that is mu r dash is equal to theta as it is, and the answer for this integral is becomes gamma n a raised to n. Hence we replace the value as gamma n, that is gamma r plus 1 divided by a raised to n, that is theta raised to r plus 1, and hence our raw moments are gamma r plus 1 theta raised to r. Now after having the values of r 1, 2, 3, 4, we get first 4 raw moments. These are, so replace the value of first r as 1, we get mu 1 dash, and mu 1 dash is equal to, we only replace the values of r over here, we get this as gamma 2 divided by theta, which is equal to, since gamma 2 is nothing but 1 factorial divided by theta, and we know that 1 factorial is 1, hence mu 1 dash is 1 upon theta, and we know that since raw moment, that is first raw moment, is equal to mean, and this is also the mean of exponential distribution. Now let me replace the value of r as 2, we get mu 2 dash, which is gamma 3 divided by theta square. This is equal to, gamma 3 is nothing but 2 factorial, and value for 2 factorial is 2. So 2 divided by theta square is the value of mu 2 dash. Now let me find the value of mu 3 dash similarly. So mu 3 dash, only replace the value of r is equal to 3, hence we get gamma 4 divided by theta raised to 4. This is equal to, since gamma 4, that is 3 factorial, and hence the value of 3 factorial is 6, we get this as 6 divided by theta raised to 4. And the last value which we need for the calculation of moments is mu 4 dash, which is equal to gamma 5 divided by theta raised to, since we replace the value of r over here as 4, we get theta raised to 4. So gamma 5, that is 4 factorial, and 4 factorial becomes 24. 24 divided by theta raised to 4. So these are the corresponding values of raw moments. Now by using these 4 values of raw moments, we can calculate central moments to get the measures of skewness and kurtosis. So by using raw, since I can find the formula and we need these values, so we write the values over here. So mu 1 dash is 1 upon theta, which is mean. Mu 2 dash 2 upon theta square. Mu 3 dash is 6 divided by theta raised to 3, and your mu 4 dash is 24 divided by theta raised to 4. We need these values to calculate the central moments. So central moments denoted as mu r, and we know that the first order central moment, that is mu 1, is always 0. Now let me find mu 2. So mu 2 by using raw moments, that is mu 2 dash minus mu 1 dash square. So I can put the values of mu 2 dash and mu 1 dash square. So mu 2 dash is 2 divided by theta square minus mu 1 dash, that is 1 by theta square. So I get this as 1 divided by theta square. This is my value of mu 2, which is nothing but variance of x. Okay. Now what is mu 3? Mu 3 is equal to, formula for mu 3 in terms of raw moment is mu 3 dash minus 3 mu 2 dash mu 1 dash plus 2 mu 1 dash cube. So now I can replace the values. So mu 3 dash over here is 6 divided by theta cube minus 3 into mu 2 dash is 2 divided by theta square, and mu 1 dash is 1 upon theta plus 2 into mu 1 dash cube, that is 1 divided by theta cube. I simply replace over here only the values of raw moments. Okay. Now I get mu 3 as, so your value of first or second round central moment is 1 upon theta square, which we need in the calculation of moments. So mu 3 is equal to, I simplify the values as 6 divided by theta cube. In the second term I have again 6 divided by theta cube and plus 2 divided by theta cube. So first term and second term vanishes. I have 2 divided by theta cube as mu 3, and the last, that is mu 4. Formula for mu 4 is mu 4 dash minus 4 mu 3 dash mu 1 dash plus 6 mu 2 dash mu 1 dash square minus 3 mu 1 dash raised to 4. So this is the formula for calculating mu 4, and hence mu 4 is, I can replace the values as, my mu 4 dash is 24 upon theta raised to 4 minus 4 mu 3 dash, that is 6 divided by theta cube, mu 1 dash, that is 1 upon theta plus 6 mu 2 dash, that is 2 divided by theta square, mu 1 dash square, that is 1 upon theta square minus 3 mu 1 dash raised to 4, that is 1 upon theta raised to 4. Now I simplify the terms as 24 divided by theta raised to 4 minus again 24 divided by theta raised to 4 plus 12 divided by theta raised to 4 minus 3 divided by theta raised to 4. Since the first two terms get cancelled, I have the mu 4 dash value for mu 4 dash is, sorry, over here I have 12 divided by theta raised to 4. Okay. So it becomes 12 minus 3, that is 9. 9 divided by theta raised to 4. So these are my values of central moments. So my mu 4 is, mu 4 I get this as 9 divided by theta raised to 4. Okay. So by using these values of moments, I can find Karl Pearson's measures of skewness and kurtosis. So by the definition, Karl Pearson's measures of skewness, these are beta 1 and gamma 1, and formula for beta 1. From the first semester you know the formula for beta 1 and gamma 1. The formula for beta 1 is mu 3 square divided by mu 2 cube, and after putting the values I get this as mu 3 square, that means 2 divided by theta cube, and mu 2 cube. Mu 2 is my 1 divided by theta square, so I can put the value as 1 divided by theta square and 2 divided by theta cube square. So I get the value of beta 1 as, simply beta 1 is 2 divided by theta cube square. So it means I get this value as 4 divided by theta raised to 6 into 1 divided by theta square. So that means it is 1 divided by theta raised to 4. That means it is theta raised to 4. And hence it is 4 divided by theta square. So beta 1 is 4 divided by theta square. 1 minute, over here it is cube, hence I get this as theta raised to 6, hence the only term remains with us is 4. So beta 1 is 4. Since beta 1 is 4, the value for gamma 1, which is equal to square root of beta 1, but the sign of gamma 1 is dependent on sign of mu 3. Over here my sign of mu 3 is positive. Okay, since theta is greater than 0, that means the mu 3 is positive. Since mu 3 is positive, I get the value of gamma 1, that is square root of beta 1 is only 2, not plus 2 and minus 2. The square root of 4 is only 2. Okay, so these are the values of skewness or measures of skewness. So by using this, we can have the result as, since you see the value, since your beta 1 is greater than 0, also gamma 1 is greater than 0. Since beta 1 is greater than 0, which implies gamma 1 is greater than 0, hence the distribution is positively skewed. Okay. Now similarly, I can find the measures of kurtosis by using the Karl Pearson's moments, by the Karl Pearson's measures. So kurtosis becomes, formula for kurtosis are beta 2. Beta 2 is equal to mu 4 divided by mu 2 square. So mu 4, that is 9 divided by theta raised to 4, and mu 2 square, that is 1 upon theta square. Okay. So I get this as 9 divided by theta raised to 4 into theta raised to 4, which is equal to 9. Hence the value for beta 2 is 9, and by using this value I can find the value of gamma 2. Gamma 2 is equal to beta 2 minus 3, which is equal to 9 minus 3, which is equal to 6. So by using these two values, that is beta 2 and gamma 2, we interpret this as, since beta 2 is greater than 3, which implies the value of gamma 2 is strictly greater than 0, and hence the exponential distribution is leptokurtic distribution. Okay. So the exponential distribution is symmetric as well as leptokurtic distribution. Okay. Now for this distribution we find some examples as, if x follows uniform 0 1, then what is the distribution of minus 1 upon theta log of x? I need to find distribution of this. Now we know that to find the distribution we have three methods for finding the distribution. First method is transformation method, second method is distribution function method, and third method is MGF method. But the first method which we have is the method which is used for monotonic function. The second method is for distribution function method is for strictly non-monotonic function, and third method is used for both the functions. So since our given function, that is minus 1 upon theta log x to the base e, this is a monotonic function, and hence we use first method, that is transformation method, to find the distribution of given thing. Okay, so I can consider first step is I can consider, or I have given what? I have given x follows uniform 0, 1. That means I have the PDF of x. So PDF of x is, since it is uniform 0, 1, I know what is the PDF of this. The PDF of this is fx is equal to only 1 is equal to 0 otherwise, and the range of x is 0 to 1. This is your PDF of uniform 0, 1 distribution. Okay. Now, after that, what I want to find? I want to find the distribution of this. So, let me consider this as y. So, y is equal to minus 1 upon theta log x to the base e. Now, after this, the next step is I need to find x in terms of y. That is my first step. So, x in terms of y, that is I have minus theta y is equal to log of y, log of x to the base e, and hence my x becomes e raised to minus theta y. Okay, it is e raised to minus theta y. Fine, that is my first step. Now the second step is I need to find dx divided by dy. So dx divided by dy is over here, dx divided by dy is e raised to minus theta y divided by minus theta. Okay, but over here I need to find, 1 minute, since it is dx divided by dy, not integration, over here the term is minus theta e raised to minus theta y. Okay, but we find dx divided by dy in the modulus term. So in the modulus term I get this as theta e raised to minus theta y. Okay, now the next step is the range. The given range, that is the range of x is in between 0 to 1. Now, since the range of x is 0 to 1, the range of y, it becomes, we can simply put the value of x over here. So, if I put the value of x over here, I get the range for y. So, if x takes value 0, then log 0 is 0. And if x takes value 1, then log 1 is infinity. So, the value for, or the range for y is 0 to infinity. Now the last point is we need to find f of y, that is required distribution of y. So f of y becomes now fx in terms of y, that is we simply put the value of x which we find in first step in our fx. Okay, so that means over here my fx is 1, that is it is free from x, hence there is no value for this. So we have only 1 into modulus of dx by dy, and the modulus of dx by dy is theta e raised to minus theta y. So theta e raised to minus theta y. So that is my f of y. So the distribution of y is theta e raised to minus theta y, and the range of y is 0 to infinity. So this is 0 to infinity. Okay. So that means, do you notice that the distribution of this, that is what we get in y as theta e raised to minus theta y, it is a exponential distribution with parameter theta. Okay, so that means you can find the result, or we can solve the problem as, if x follows uniform 0, 1, then the distribution of the term minus 1 upon theta log x to the base e, distribution of this term, it becomes exponential distribution with parameter theta. This is the result which we get after solving the problem. Okay, fine. Now the next problem is, similar problem is there, we need only to find if your x follows uniform 0, 1, then what is the distribution of minus 1 upon theta log of minus 1 upon theta log to the base e 1 minus x. We need to find the distribution of this. By using above method only, that is transformation method only, we can find the distribution of minus 1 upon theta log of 1 minus x. Now what we have given? We have given x follows uniform 0, 1. So that means I know the PDF of this. So PDF of x is fx, which is equal to 1 for the range of x as 0 to 1 is equal to 0 otherwise. Okay. Now To find the distribution of this term, I need to consider this as, say, suppose y. So y is equal to minus 1 upon theta log 1 minus x to the base e. Okay. Now the first term in transformation method is we need to find x in terms of y. So to find this, we have some simplifications as minus theta y is equal to log of 1 minus x to the base e. After this, I get this as 1 minus x is equal to log to the base e minus theta y. 1 minute. Not log, actually over here log is there, so I have e raised to minus theta. Sorry, e raised to minus theta. So simply the value of x over here is, I get this as 1 minus e raised to minus theta y. Okay, so this is my value of x. Okay. Now the next step is I need to find the dx by dy. So what is the value of dx by dy over here? It is minus e raised to minus theta y minus theta. So simply, since I need to find not only dx by dy but mod of dx by dy, I get this mod as theta e raised to minus theta y. Okay. Now the range for y. So the given range for x is 0 to 1, and hence the range for y, I simply put the values of x as 0 over here and the value of x as 1 over here, so that I get, if I put the value of x as 0, it is log 1. So log 1, if I get the range as 0 to infinity, then it's okay, I can write as it is. But if I get the range as infinity to 0, then still over here also I can write the range as 0 to infinity only. So over here we get infinity to 0, but still, since the range is from smallest to largest value, I write over here 0 to infinity. Okay. Now the last step, that is I need to find the PDF of, therefore PDF of y is f of y. So we simply put the value of this x in our fx. But our fx is constant term, that is 1. So we can't put the value, we have only the constant as 1 into modulus of dx by dy. And modulus of dx by dy over here is theta e raised to minus theta y. So my PDF for y is f of y is equal to theta e raised to minus theta y. For the range of y over here it is 0 to infinity, 0 otherwise. Okay, so you may observe that this distribution is again exponential distribution, that is PDF of exponential distribution. That means we can arrive a result as, if x follows uniform 0 1, then the distribution of minus 1 upon theta log of 1 minus x, this is my y. So distribution of this follows exponential with parameter theta. Okay, so this is my result which I have. Now let me have the last part of this distribution, exponential distribution. The exponential distribution has lack of memory property. So what is this lack of memory property or forgetfulness property, or it is also called as memoryless property? The only continuous distribution is having this property, that is lack of memory property. Lack of memory property means if we are having some memory with us, but after some days I doesn't remember the first thing and I will consider this day as my 0th day. That is, suppose for exponential distribution we have the example of, suppose our tube light. Tube light is the best example for exponential distribution, that is lifetime of tube light. So lifetime of tube light, in the lifetime of tube light, suppose I have used first 4 months, the tube light will be used the first 4 months. After that I have vacation of 1 month, that is May month is I have vacation in that month. Then after having in 1st June, the first 4 months are not considered in counting the lifetime of tube, but I will consider the 1st June as my first day for the lifetime of this tube. Okay, so that is forgetfulness property, that is it forgets the past thing and it remember only the present and future thing. Okay, so that is forgetfulness property. So this forgetfulness property gives me statement as probability of x greater than a plus b, given that x is greater than a, this comes as probability of x greater than b. That means given thing means this portion which is already given, that is it is past and this is my current situation, but it forgets the past and gives me only the current probability. Okay, so let me show this property as, so by using our conditional probability I can write this definition as probability of x greater than a plus b given x greater than a. This can be written as probability of x greater than a plus b comma x greater than a divided by probability of x greater than a. Over here the numerator only consists of probability of x greater than a plus b divided by probability of x greater than a. Now to find this probability, let me consider this as equation 1. Now to find this probability, I need to find this probability first. That is probability of x greater than a. Okay. So to find this probability by using exponential distribution, we know the PDF of exponential distribution. So the PDF of exponential distribution I write over here. So fx is equal to theta e raised to minus theta x. For the range of x is 0 to infinity. Okay. So to find this probability, that is probability of x greater than a, we have to write this probability as, since the lower part of the integral is given to you a and upper bound is not given to you, I can consider the upper bound from my distribution. So from the distribution the upper limit is infinity. So a to infinity I have theta e raised to minus theta x dx. Now simply solve this. I get this as theta e raised to minus theta x minus theta a to infinity. So after solving we get this as probability of x greater than a. This comes as my theta and theta get cancelled. I have minus sign, and when we put infinity it becomes 0, and if I put the value of x as a, I get this as minus e raised to minus theta a. So it becomes e raised to minus theta a. So by using this, or similarly I can write the value for probability of x greater than a plus b, which is my numerator. So numerator value, by comparing this, over here since a is present, I have the answer as e raised to minus theta a. So since over here x is greater than a plus b, I get the answer as e raised to minus theta. Instead of a, I will put a plus b. So over here it is a plus b. Okay. Now probability of x greater than b. This comes as only, I can replace the value of a as b. So I get e raised to minus theta b. So our equation 1 becomes, our equation is, if probability of x greater than a plus b, given that x greater than a, it comes as probability of x greater than a plus b divided by probability of x greater than a. So I can find the value as this equation 1. So I get this equation 1 as probability of x greater than a plus b means our expectation of minus theta a plus b. So e raised to minus theta a plus b divided by e raised to exponential e raised to minus theta b. So it comes as e raised to, probability of x greater than a, and probability of x greater than a is e raised to minus theta a. So it becomes e raised to minus theta b. So this is my first side, and the next side is probability of x greater than b, which comes as e raised to minus theta b. This is my 2. So from equation 1 and 2, what do we see? See, equation 1 has answer e raised to minus theta b, and equation 2 has also answer e raised to minus theta b, and hence our two sides are equal. That is, these two sides are probability of x greater than a plus b, given that probability of x greater than a, this comes as probability of x greater than b, and hence the memoryless property of exponential distribution. So in exponential distribution, what do you see? The definition, then mean variance, then MGF, moments, and after finding the moments you can find the skewness kurtosis property and then memory less property of exponential distribution. Thank you.